What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about Kathleen Kennedy. That's right. How does Geeks and Gamers get back on track? We get back on track with a Kathleen Kennedy story. And luckily for me, there's a Star Wars story every single day. Not solo a Star Wars story. No, there's a Star Wars story exposing the incompetence behind the scenes at Lucasfilm ran by crazy Kathleen Kennedy. So this is from this is from our favorite site, MovieWeb. And the title is Original Star Wars 9 Director Fired for Wanting Major Last Jedi Changes, with a question mark. Whew. This is interesting right here. Obviously, we're talking about Colin Trevorrow, and as it stands, it is starting to look like, and I'm telling you right now, if you would have told me this back in 2015, leading into The Force Awakens, if you would have told me that Colin Trevorrow is turning out to be the most competent mind involved with the sequel trilogy, I would have said you were absolutely off your meds. What are you talking about? Because as I've said before, I am a J.J. Abrams fan, and I am to this day. That doesn't mean I can't be critical of him, because I have. But I like a lot of the stuff JJ's done. I really do. But the farther we get away from The Force Awakens, it's really like it's losing a lot of its shine. It really is. But it's looking like if you take the three directors that were originally involved with this sequel trilogy, JJ, Rian Johnson, Colin Trevorrow, it looks like Trevorrow may have been the most competent Star Wars mind involved with this creative process. And because of that reason, that is why he is no longer here. Because in Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars, if you want to honor the characters that we all know and love, you don't belong in this trilogy. That's her mindset. Unbelievable. Let's jump right into it. If you came of age during the original Star Wars trilogy and someone handed you a bucket of Star Wars action figures that only included Luke Skywalker amongst all the new Force Awakens characters, wouldn't your instinct be to reach for him first? Apparently that's what Colin Trevorrow did, if we're to believe the latest rumors about his firing, and his hand got slapped away with an affirmative no. You may only play with Rey, Finn, and Poe. The so-called creative differences between him and Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm came from the man wanting to keep Luke Skywalker alive long enough to use him in the third and final installment of this new trilogy. Wow. Unbelievable. How does this continue to happen? How do these stories continue to just trickle out? How is Kathleen Kennedy still in charge of Lucasfilm? I don't understand it. I really don't. I can understand a lot of things. I can understand a lot of crazy things. I really can. But I really don't understand how crazy Kathleen Kennedy is still in charge of Lucasfilm, at least the creative side. This woman knows nothing about Star Wars. She doesn't care about Star Wars. All she cares about is her agenda-driven narratives. And she is destroying the greatest IP in the history of the movie business. And we're just standing by letting this happen. It's unacceptable. It's absolutely unacceptable. And that's why I'm on this channel all the time screaming about it. Because very few people are. But if you are, people like SC Reviews, people like World Class Bullshitters, people like Mike Zero to an extent. Mike Zero doesn't take a hard stance on it, but at least he reports on the things. We need more people like this calling this woman out. Shout out to Christian Harloff, because once again, on Collider about a week and a half ago, he was again vocal about why Kathleen Kennedy doesn't need to be in charge of the creative process at Lucasfilm. So there's a part in here, there's a quote, and they actually reference Mike Zero. So good job, Mike Zero. I don't know Mike, but I watch his videos a lot, and he covers Star Wars all the time. And so Mike Zero gets a shout out on here. And there's a quote, and it says, "The full reason why Johnson killed Luke is to free up space for the new characters." I'm going to read that to you one more time, and I'm going to put it up on screen. The full reason why Johnson killed Luke is to free up space for the new characters. without any legacy characters pulling them backwards. He felt there would not be enough space for these new characters with Luke Skywalker around. This is also what J.J. Abrams wants and planned with Johnson for Episode 9. Oh my God. Okay, so let me get this straight, J.J. and Rian Johnson, you two geniuses. So we waited 30 years for Luke Skywalker and Star Wars to return. And what you guys have basically done is you have turned Luke Skywalker into a file on your smartphone that was taking up too much space for that new app that you want. So you're just going to delete him. That's exactly what this sounds like. They said to kill Luke Skywalker to free up space for the new characters. And we heard in Michael Arndt's original script for Episode 7 that Michael Arndt was having problems with the story because every time Luke Skywalker showed up in his script, he would overshadow all of the characters. Well, no shit, Michael Arndt. No shit, J.J. Abrams. Of course Luke Skywalker is going to overshadow everyone because he's Luke Skywalker. So right now, the biggest problem with this new trilogy for the creative heads at Lucasfilm is that Luke Skywalker is taking too much attention away from the new characters. Absolutely unbelievable. I seriously can't believe this is a real story. I can't believe it is, but we've all seen The Last Jedi. We've all seen this garbage that they gave us. And this is where we're at, guys. This is where we're at, where Luke Skywalker has basically been simplified to a file on their phone, and he was taking up too much space, and they really wanted that new app. There's a new app from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, guys. We got to get rid of that big file that's bogging down all of our memory. That's what they're treating Luke Skywalker like. If that is a creative team you want at Lucasfilm, you really need to reassess if you've ever been a Star Wars fan. Again, if that's what you want, cool. I'm not saying you're not a Star Wars fan. I'm just saying, man, really? Really? That's what you want from your Star Wars? For Luke Skywalker to be treated like that? That is disrespect in every single sense of the word. I'm going to just stop, because if not, I'm going to start cussing a lot. And I really got hit hard yesterday on YouTube for that, and I do not want to get in that area again. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to take a step back. I'm gonna get on Mario Kart and I'm just gonna throw some green shells and let off some steam. But before I go, I'm going to go see Rampage tonight. I'll have a review for that probably early Friday morning. I'm looking forward to this movie. I think it's gonna be terrible, but like in a good way. I think it's gonna be fun, dumb, and stupid, and it's got The Rock, so I think it'll be halfway good. So be on the lookout for that. More live streaming is coming. Check out our Mario Kart 8 video that I uploaded. It was pre-recorded. And Kathleen Kennedy needs to go, and she needs to go extremely fast. So let's make that happen, guys. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.